Wanting equality does not make me a racist or a sexist. It also doesn't make me a hero. It just makes me a rational, reasonably mature young lady who understands that when given the chance, those who are worthy will find success in life. I am not privileged for being mostly European, nor am I oppressed for being part Native American. I am just a person, and in this day and age, we have equal rights. We should not be punished for what people did decades and centuries ago. They are not us. They did not dictate what we think. They did not dictate how we see the world, because as we evolve, we understand the world better. So why go back to something that you know doesn't work? Groups like Black Lives Matter don't understand that people need to learn from history in order not to repeat it. Slavery is bad, segregation is pointless, and no one race is superior to another. We are all equal. It's not something on the outside that determines who we are. It's what's on the inside that determines who we are. I may be white, but I would be the same person if I was black or Asian or Spanish, because that's who I am as a person. That is me. That is what makes me myself. Now, no, I'm not a special snowflake. I'm not unique. There are probably many other people like me out there. But I'm me. I'm allowed to be myself in this day and age. I'm allowed to not believe in a God. I'm allowed to have that opinion, you know? I'm allowed to want to say things that other people don't want to say. I could say fuck and cunt and bitch, but you don't have to like that. But you can respect my right to say it while not liking it. America is not a rape culture. The majority of individuals realize that it is wrong to force someone to comply with your desires. Rape is something that anyone delusional enough to justify it or too egomaniacal to care about others can do. It is not just something men can do. It has no sex. It has no race determinant. Anyone can be a rapist. Women are not only overempowered nowadays, but we are told that we are supposed to be some sort of oppressed class. We are not some sort of oppressed class. We have rights. There are places in the law where we're even favored, like in custody battles. There are men who stay with women they don't care for whatsoever because they don't want to lose the right to see their children. That's not okay. The wage gap is bullshit. It is not 76 cents per dollar. In some industries, yeah, there is a little bit of disparity, but in most it's about 92 cents per dollar. Women are not only overempowered in this day and age to the point where I don't even understand what sort of oppression we're supposed to even have. Most women's issues are issues that face everyone. The wage gap is mostly BS. Yes, there are a few industries that actually do have a legitimate wage gap, but it's not most. And it's nowhere near 76 cents per dollar. It's closer to 92 cents per dollar, which is far less awful. Yeah, it's still kind of fucked, but it's nowhere near 76 cents. That's a ridiculous figure. That's the overall earnings of women versus the overall earnings of men. And if you want to increase that, get a job in a field other than psychology, journalism, English, sociology, or something you know that's not going to pay a lot. Kind of your fault if you don't make a decent living because you chose a career. That's your career path. That's your choice. It is up to you to determine the value of your life. You have the right. You need the guts. People are so caught up in feelings nowadays, they turn Muslim for a day, like squandering your religious freedom is going to help something. And it will, like squandering your religious freedom will stop radicals from killing you when Trudeau lets them into his country with open arms. No, I'm not saying what Trump did was perfect, because no, it fucking wasn't. The extremes never are. If you go extremely liberal, you're too retarded to understand that feelings are less important than freedom. And if you go too far right, you find that people just want to have a fucking country full of only the certain people Actually, if you go far enough on both sides, they're pretty much the same people, except with different skin tones for the majority. Because usually, if you consider yourself right and you're a supremacist, you're a white supremacist. But you consider yourself left and a supremacist, you're a black supremacist. Go figure, right? Go fucking figure. Now, the problem with Trudeau is that he doesn't realize that bad people exist out there. They can be women, men, black, Asian, Hispanic, white, tall, short, ugly, gorgeous, fat, thin, Islamic, Christian, Jewish, atheist, anyone. Anyone could be a bad person. So when you're allowing people into your country, you should check them. No matter who or where they're from, you should check them. You should try to make sure that you actually want that person in your country. You shouldn't just be like, oh, hey, this is a fantasy land utopia. Everyone can get along here, because it's not going to work. There are people that cannot fit in with a civilized society. They just cannot do it. They are incapable of assimilating to any sort of society whatsoever, whether it be Eastern or Western, because that's just who they are. They just weren't, their brain is wired wrong, and they weren't made to fit. We need to stop making everything a race issue. Often people telling me to check my white privilege are on their iPhones and their BMWs telling me this. I don't have an iPhone. I don't have a car. And they think that since I have a skin tone, I obviously have more money than them, when they are making six figures. Their parents are making six figures a year, and I'm broke as fuck 100% of the time. We need to stand together as one people and fight for true legal equality and the personal freedoms many men gave their lives in order to provide us.